Title: Ruble in a rumble. Russia's currency hits 17-month low. Is it just war woes, or more? TLDR, the Russian ruble's got a bad case of the blues, hitting a 17-month low against the dollar, thanks to the Ukraine war, sanctions, and a drop in export revenues. From soaring highs to crashing lows, the ruble's rollercoaster ride reflects the country's economic turmoil. Putin says it's no biggie, but what's the real deal here? Disclaimer: this article doesn't offer investment or financial advice, so don't go calling your broker based on what you read here. Turned Up News is all about fun facts, not financial futures. Rublin' and tumblin'. Hey there, currency connoisseurs. Ever played hot potato with your money? Well, Russia's ruble is playing that game, but it's losing. Badly. The currency hit a 17-month low against the dollar. Why? A mixture of sanctions, war, and some fancy economic stuff. But wait, Putin says Western sanctions are like water off a duck's back. So, what's the real story here? Ruble rodeo. Talk about a wild ride. Just after Russia decided to stroll into Ukraine in February 2022, the ruble collapsed, dropping to 136 to the dollar in March. Then it zoomed up to around 50 rubles to the dollar in June as oil and gas prices went berserk. But guess what? European countries said, "No more Russian oil, please," and started buying from the USA, Canada, and Norway. Feeling the pinch, Russia? Money woes. War ain't cheap, folks. The Russian government's finances are as strained as a college student's budget during finals week. Defense spending doubled to $100 billion, and that's not pocket change. Add in depressed foreign investment and knocked exports, and you've got a recipe for financial heartburn. Does this mean the economy's in the danger zone, or just a temporary glitch in the matrix? Interest rates and blame games. The central bank's playing around with interest rates, raising them and then lowering them, like a DJ mixing beats at a club. But economic advisor Maxim Orshkin says the bank's loose monetary policy is the real villain behind the ruble's downfall. Pointing fingers is fun, but who's gonna clean up this mess? Maybe someone has a magic wand? People's pain. A weak ruble doesn't just mess with big numbers on screens, it hits real people in the wallet. Restructuring the economy gets complicated, and real incomes suffer. Remember, behind every economic stat, there's a grandma wondering why her bread costs more. Does anyone care about grandma's sandwich? So, what's next? In the grand game of global economics, Russia's ruble is currently down for the count. But if there's one thing we've learned, it's that currencies are as unpredictable as a cat on catnip. Will the ruble bounce back, or is this the beginning of a long, hard slide? And here's the million-ruble question for you, dear reader: is the ruble's decline just a symptom of Russia's involvement in Ukraine, or a sign of deeper economic woes? What would you do if you were calling the shots in the Kremlin? Share your thoughts and get ready to rumble with the ruble.